He thrust 4 needles into the head of the unconscious beauty. The very next second, a fountain of blood burst from her mouth. But in that same instant, a miracle happened that left everyone frozen in shock. Her years-old, incurable illness was completely eradicated. Because this young man was no ordinary person. He was the world's #1 doctor. Every single day, countless rich, powerful, and desperate people across the globe searched for him. But for the sake of peace, he disguised himself as an ordinary man and lived in hiding. Just then, an arrogant rich girl walked up to him and tossed him a card, as if throwing alms to a beggar. The young man's blood boiled. He was about to retort when, with just one glance, he saw it. Between the girl's eyebrows, the dark shadow of death was looming. In a calm, cold voice, he said, "Go to the hospital immediately. You're in serious danger." The girl flared up at once. With tears filling her eyes, she cried, "I'm in the terminal stage of my illness. Even the best doctors in the world have given up." She broke down in tears. She was certain she wouldn't live past 30. Seeing her helplessness, the young man's heart softened, and in that very moment, he decided he would keep her alive. Suddenly, several people rushed over and shoved him aside. 3 men stepped forward, arrogant figures who claimed to be gods of the medical world. They announced, "We've found the cure." The young man said gravely, "Then hurry. If you delay even 1 more minute, she will collapse." The crowd burst into laughter. They mocked him openly. "He's just a janitor. What does he know about medicine?" But then, the girl vomited blood again and collapsed to the ground. The atmosphere instantly changed. The bodyguard mistook the young man for the culprit and rushed the girl back home. Only then did the young man learn the truth. She was the only daughter of the richest man in the country. The 3 doctors presented their so-called cure, a golden remedy they had crafted over 6 long months. They declared, once she eats this, the illness will be gone. But the moment she swallowed it, death drew even closer. The doctors' hands began to tremble. At last, they said in panic, now there's only one person who can save her, the world's #1 doctor. They had no idea that the very man they were talking about was standing silently right in front of them. The young man looked at the girl's condition and finally broke the silence. "Step aside. I'll treat her." He took out 4 silver needles, glowing like gold, and drove them straight into her head. A single drop of blood fell. The bodyguard drew his sword and roared, "Take 1 more step, and I'll kill you!" But in the very next moment, the girl opened her eyes. The doctors rushed to check her pulse. Their legs went weak. The illness had vanished without a trace. Only then did the 3 doctors realize who they had been standing before. They fell to their knees in reverence, but the young man turned around and left without looking back. On the road, his fiancée arrived in a luxurious car. She flaunted a jade ring, mocked him openly, and handed him a worthless-looking stone. What she didn't know was that stone was the world's one and only royal gem, worth more than 10 billion, and she threw it straight onto the ground. That was the moment when fate truly began to turn.